Hi there, it's me again. I had a really horrible experience this morning as I was driving to church, and the Lord really spoke to me after it happened. And I just wanted to share it with you today and just share my thoughts on that. I was driving to church on the same road I always go when I go to church, and I know this road well. I know it really well. I don't have to think about it. I just go down the road and I'm there. And so I'm driving on the highway, and the next thing, the middle of the highway, there's this whole blockade. There's police cars everywhere. There's big plastic uh, barriers and all that kind of thing up. You literally just can't get through. And I think, okay, well, that's fine. I'll just go off the slipway here and get back onto the freeway 2 seconds later after I'm past this bridge. The problem is, you go off the slipway and you cannot go back on because they've shut that whole section off because they don't want you on there. So I'm now in a situation where I've got to go left or right, and I have no idea where I'm going. I know I've got a GPS on my phone, but I'm driving and people are behind me and I can't do anything. So anyway, I quickly pulled out my phone and very carefully threw in the closest place I could to where I was going, so I could just at least try and get going in the right direction. And the GPS started guiding me to who knows where. And I have to be honest, I was quite scared because it started taking me to this weird little road that looked like it was the middle of nowhere in a funny little factory sort of area. And it's a Sunday, there's not many people around, so I felt very unsafe. I followed what the GPS said because this is the only way I can get out. If I'd gone left and gone the other way, it was even a more dangerous area. So I'm driving, and the next thing that the GPS directs me to a complete dead end. So I thought, oh Lord, I don't know what I'm going to do. Anyway, I just stopped there, and mild panic, but I thought I better calm down and grab the GPS again, and then I put in the correct address for where I actually wanted to go, and I began to follow that. And initially it also wanted to sort of take me in the same direction, but I took what road I felt looked the most viable, and it guided me through and took me in a whole weird direction that I'd never seen before initially, which was through some pretty dodgy areas, which I was not happy about. But within about 2 or 3 minutes, luckily, I seemed to be in what looked like a really nice neighborhood. I didn't know it at all, and down through some beautiful lanes of trees and just really scenic places, and eventually arriving at my destination from a completely different angle that I've ever come to it before. But I got there. And when I was thinking about it afterwards, it's like the Lord just spoke to my heart, and he said, sometimes in life we go through things where out of no choice of your own, you suddenly stopped on the road that you want to go on and you can't go any further. And there's a detour, and some of us get stuck in those detours, and we do get scared and we do panic and we do worry and we don't know where to go, and everything feels so wrong and so unfamiliar. But that GPS for me was like listening to God, because if nothing else was going to get me out of there. I had no idea where I was. And sometimes in life we end up in situations where we don't know where we're going, we don't know what to do, and we really have to go to God and go to his word and say, now what? And I've been going through some stuff in my life recently where I felt like someone had barricaded the freeway and I couldn't get through, and I wanted to keep going on the road I was on because it's the only one I knew. But sometimes God has to redirect us and get us to where we're going in the end anyway, but he has to redirect us on a different way, on a way that he knows that we might not know, but we've got to listen to him. And in that situation, if I hadn't listened to the GPS, I have no idea where I would have ended up. But I just want to encourage you today that if you in a place in your life where you feel like you've been blocked from the road that you're on and you don't know where to go, trust him. Go to God, go to his word, and listen to what he has to say. Because we don't always get to do it our way. Sometimes we have to take the detour. Sometimes we have to go through the scary areas and the places that are so unfamiliar and so frightening. But if you trust him and you follow him and you follow his word, you will get there safely, and he will take you to your destination, and you will get there. But you've got to trust him. So I hope that encourages you today. It encouraged me because I had all those feelings this morning, and the Lord just reminded me of that. So have a great day, and I'll see you next time.